Yo, what up? It's your boy Diesel Time, and thank you for stopping by for my review of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. And what a return to form for Marvel. Oh boy, you gotta love it. James Gunn, the man who cracked the code, who invented the Marvel formula, as it were, with the original Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1. Oh boy, yes he did, way back in Phase 2. He combined the sci-fi elements with the comedic structure, bringing characters we had never seen before, wacky, out of this world characters, and proved that Marvel could basically print their own money. They could do anything they wanted to if they did it in this kind of Marvel formulaic sort of way. And this went on and on and on and on and on to the point where you could kind of see it, you could predict it, you knew what was coming. All the jokes, Thor Love and Thunder, it felt like an SNL skit. I'm not the first person to say this. I'm not the only one to have this thought. After kind of introducing this combination of sci-fi and comedy and wacky elements, he had to bring it back to the heart. That's kind of really where it is. And I gotta say, just starting with Drax, he is no longer Drax the comedic relief. He is once again Drax the Destroyer. We got to do a deep dive into Rocket's backstory, and I didn't really like him being on the sidelines. I think of it as like an NBA Finals team. We're in the playoffs right now. You want all your guys to be out there, your starting lineup. There's just something about having guys on the bench out there, starting the games when one of your star players is injured. That just, it's not that you want to win, it's also that you want, the team out there to win. So there's just something about having Rocket sidelined for so much of the movie that I didn't really like. But when he does come back, there's this big emotional hit. All the stuff with Rocket was super emotional. Like, it got me. It's a CGI raccoon, but props to Bradley Cooper for making him real. The big money shot, the fight in the hallway, that scene where kind of each character gets their money shot, but Rocket, he kind of gets the extended one. He's leaping up in the air. He's kicking ass. Yeah, that brought a big smile to my face. Teenage Groot. Wasn't a whole lot there, but he had the big shot from the trailer with all the guns. He had a couple big moments, but not a whole lot to say about Groot, Teenage Groot. I did not like the one line, gosh, and knowing that it's Vin Diesel, where instead of saying I am Groot or we are Groot, he says I love you guys. And I just see Vin Diesel like, family. I'm all about family. And it's like, yeah, we know. Just, I'm Groot. I am Groot. Like, that's fine. Gamora, oh my god, they made her such a dirtbag for the first half of the movie, and then she kind of starts to warm up, and even by the end, she has a warm heart for these Guardians. These Guardians. But she's still a different character. She's a Ravager. She has found her second home with the Ravagers, and we see the big reunion and the smile on her face when she gets back with them. And it kind of shows that she's not a dirtbag. She's just not the Gamora that we're used to, not the one we know. And we got to learn to love and appreciate this new version of Gamora. Which, on the flip side of the coin, you have her sister, Nebula, who has kind of taken the place, not romantically with Peter Quill, obviously, but, she has found her new home where her former sister had kind of found a home, and she's now, softened up. It's like they've switched places, so to speak. Does that leave us with Peter? Oh, and Bug Lady, Mantis. She didn't have the biggest arc. Obviously, she has to go and find her own way at the end of the film after being the slave to Ego and just a member of the team, kind of a B-list member of the team, so she has to go find her own thing out. I don't know if they'll ever bring her back. Hopefully that'd be nice. But I don't want like a Disney spin-off. Like, I do not want to spend 6 hours with Mantis and her giant bug creatures. 6 minutes would be fine. The Peter stuff, I think it was a good send-off. He was still like the leading character, even though the story was revolving around Rocket. As the leader of the franchise, Chris Pratt and the character of Star-Lord did a good job of holding it all together. The bit at the end where he goes back to see his grandpa, oh my god, who doesn't have a grandpa, like, if that didn't hit you, you're dead. I'm sorry. The bit with replacement Yondu, when Yondu pops up out of nowhere like he's Jason Bourne, and he's like, you gotta use your heart, and then whew, he Jason Bourne's out of there. Oh, yeah. I didn't like cry, but whew, it hit me. Yondu! Because that Ravager funeral. Oh my god, it gets me every time. So yeah, just hearing the voice, seeing him pop up on screen really warmed my heart for a moment. All the emotional beats of this film really hit really well, unlike, say, a Thor Ragnarok, where everything is joke, even the destruction of Asgard. Like, hey Thor, isn't that your home planet? Sorry, that was a terrible New Zealand accent. Isn't that your home planet? Nope, I'm not gonna get it. That was like South African. I'm not gonna get it. I almost forgot Adam Warlock and the High Evolutionary. Yeah, let's get to it. So the High Evolutionary, he was an interesting villain. Like, the actor had a lot of stage presence or screen presence, charisma, gravitas, but I didn't understand the motivation behind the motivation. Like, I get he wanted to develop this perfect society, and he was kind of tinkering and, you know, really driven and motivated to get it right. But why? Like, I didn't quite understand, you know, he was willing to go these lengths to the point of being evil in order to do good and make a better society. But, like, what was it all for? Like, how do the ends justify the means when you're building this perfect society by just blowing up planets and torturing animals? Like, I just didn't quite understand the character, even though I, like, understand from, like, a plot point. You know, like, I wasn't sitting there lost, but I didn't quite emotionally connect to the villain like, say, a Thanos. And then kind of the same thing with Adam Warlock. Like, from a plot point, like, I kind of got everything, but it felt like he was kind of pushed into the movie because James Gunn and Kevin Feige knew that's what fans wanted. They knew it was expected, but he did feel like a bit of an odd puzzle piece in there. Like, I really liked when he showed up. You get to see his power level, and the fight scene was really amazing. But for the rest of the movie, I didn't quite understand, like, what is he doing here? Like, where does he fit in with all this? Which brings me to the end, the post-credit scene where, you know, we have the new Guardians, and, you know, I mentioned, like, an NBA team. Well, this kind of feels like the 99 Bulls, like Rodman, Jordan, Phil, like, it was Scotty, like, the last one left, like, you know, it's just not the same. You got the CGI raccoon, you got the replacement Yondu, you got a couple of animals and a tree. I don't know, it just doesn't feel like the Guardians anymore. So they were gonna kind of carry this, you know, team going into the future. They would have maybe had to build up Adam Warlock's character, not just like from a power level standpoint, like we got that off the bat, but from a emotional standpoint. Like, he was kind of this villain that didn't fit into the story too well until the very end, where they save him and they give him a second chance, and now he's just a good guy. It's like going back to the Fast and Furious with Vin Diesel. Like, yeah, every time they thwart the villain just joins their team. It's kind of a thing with the Guardians, Nebula, Mantis, I don't know. So here they are collecting more oddballs, and I want to like the next Guardians. I want to go see it and be, you know, motivated to go into the theater. But the squad that they left us with, I don't know. It feels a lot like, again, like I said, that 99 Bulls squad. And we'll just have to wait and see. I'd say those are about all my thoughts on this movie. I can't really think of anything else, and that's a good thing. So I don't want to waste any more of your time. Leave a comment down below if you like the movie, your favorite part, something they could have changed, what you're looking forward to next. Do you think this is a return to form for Marvel like I do, or were you disappointed? It's all just a big conversation, so let's have it down below in the comment section where it belongs, not in my Twitter feed, link, you know, no thank you, I don't need that. Anyways, I've been your boy Diesel Time. I'm gonna get out of here. I hope you enjoyed the movie, I hope you're having a great day, all that stuff. Peace.